Brian Palavar, Run Far here with Max King before the 2014 Lake Sonoma 50. How's it going, Max?
Good. You?
All right.
All right, good.
We were just chatting. You're racing a little less than you
Yeah.
have in the past.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's always, usually I run more starting off the year. I race a little bit more. And yeah, I'm just trying to really kind of try a new concept and focus things a little bit more. See if I can have some a little bit better races at the beginning of the year, and then maybe even take a step back after that. So
Really?
yeah, just in shorter distances and stuff. So I find that the ultras, I mean, they're hard on your body, and so it's like you can only do so many. And last year I think I just tried to do way too many, like one right after another, and I didn't get in a good enough training block for an ultra, and so it just started not going very well. So
Yeah. I think there have been rumors that you kind of have your eyes set on something for this year. You'd like to head to that race in California, Western States, end of June.
Yeah, and that's the plan. Qualify from this, and then do that, and just get in a good training block up until then. So
not too much racing in between.
No, not too much racing. A couple little small races here and there, but nothing. Obviously no ultras and nothing big.
How has your training gone over the last couple months preparing for this?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, Chuck and it was kind of the first test of the year, and that went well.
Yeah, you won good. Course record.
Right, and felt good there. And then since then, I recovered really quick after that, which was nice. And then got in another good training block, and then just been tapering. So.
Have you done anything on the shorter side? 'Cause I know in past years you've talked about how much it's both running the steeple and the marathon type stuff has complemented your ultra running and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, I still throw in workouts like that, shorter stuff. I haven't done too many like interval workouts or anything this winter, but I've been keeping up with tempo runs and threshold and hill workouts and stuff like that, keeping that side of things consistent, because it always seems to work. And if I get in a good training block like that, it seems to work a little bit better than trying to really focus on the longer distances. Okay. Still getting in the long runs and stuff, but and just not doing any of the shorter distance races.
At least not seriously. You did a 10 miler. Was it last weekend or?
Yeah, last weekend I did 10 miler. That was just kind of a tune-up, like a kind of more of a progression run than anything. And then did a obstacle race, which was a lot of fun. Stuff like that.
You doing more of those this year?
I am. Yeah, I'll be doing more of those. They're a blast. I gotta admit, it's like cross-country race on steroids, and it's that's why I love running, is kind of that side of things, shorter distance cross-country. And so, yeah, I'm going to do some more of that because I get to do it all year long. It's not, I don't have to wait until just during February to do cross country. It's like, you can do it all year, and it's actually like good cross country courses. They're hard, they're technically hard.
It's not just
it's not a grass track.
No.
We're not having a grass track, and it's like
the IAAF cross country races.
Gotta get away from that. So.
There are some water barriers out there, some pits,
I mean, it just well, no, it just happens that there's some barbed wire, involved in the course. It's like it's a cross country course.
It would really make international cross country a lot more exciting.
I think it would.
Some spikes
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine some Kenyans and stuff getting wrapped up in barbed wire?
I can. Just along those lines, it's fair game if I jump out and tackle you at any point during the race.
Totally.
On Saturday.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So you were just down at GU yesterday, or was it today? Today. What is your nutrition plan look like for a 50 miler?
It's pretty standard. I mean, what I think is pretty standard, but I've changed a few things, tweaked a few things. Since last year, obviously signing with GU, that's new. So I'll be doing Roctane throughout, and usually I'll start with now like a Roctane, the Roctane drink in my first bottle. I'll do that for about an hour and a half, and then start with gels every 30 minutes. So Roctane GU every 30 minutes up until about 3 hours, and at that point I try to do it every 15 to 20 minutes.
And you do, for the gels, you do Roctane?
I do Roctane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just Roctane.
There are a lot of people who can't.
I know, and that's true. I mean,
they alternate regular GU.
Or they change flavors or something like that. And you gotta do what works for you. It's very individual. And for me, I've had a couple of races where I'm just doing Roctane, and I've finished strong, and that's the strongest that I've been able to finish doing that. So that's what I do.
Those last 3+ hours, you're doing 400, trying to do almost
300 to 400 calories an hour. I seem to be able to handle it. My stomach can handle it. And yeah, and obviously it's going to change. It's warmer. Warmer is probably not going to be able to get quite as much down. But yeah,
probably not had that much heat training.
No, I've done a little bit of heat training for this, not a ton. Just the last couple of days or so.
So last year at Lake Sonoma, you were not overly aggressive, but you were aggressive. You were running at the front.
Sure.
Through the turnaround.
Yeah.
And you ended up, sort of struggling to the finish a little bit. You finished third, which is still a good run, but...
Oh, I struggled in 35 to 45, so a good 10 miles.
Yeah.
I struggled pretty hard.
So you really want to run Western States. That means a top 3 finish here. And are you going to change your strategy? Are you Mexican going out to win it?
Nobody ever said I was smart, right? I don't know. I mean, it will depend on what happens during the race. I mean, the plan is to win it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, I'm not going to just go for 3rd place. But hopefully, I mean, I think it's definitely going to play out a little bit different not having Cameron in the race. He was the front runner and he was the leading the charge last year, and I went with him because it was pretty comfortable. Without him in it, it depends on if there's anybody aggressive, but if there's nobody aggressive, like really trying to like make that jump, then it's probably going to be a little bit tighter pack.
Sort of more like the North Face 50 often plays out, where there's...
Right, where there's a big pack and then it kind of starts to string out. I imagine that's kind of how it'll play out a little bit more tomorrow.
Yeah. One of the interesting X factors is there's a lot of these new Nike Trail team. There's a lot of young guys with really fast backgrounds, and you don't know if they're just going to...
Yeah, I don't know what David Laney's going to do. He could take it out a little bit harder.
Or Varner.
Or Varner. But Varner, I think, being the first one, he may not do that. He may be a little more conservative. I've heard he's maybe a little bit more conservative on that side of things. And he definitely wasn't like North Face and stuff. So, he might be. Yeah. But you never know. Or Chris could take it out too. You never could. So we'll see.
Good luck racing out there and have fun.
Yeah, thanks.